how you feeling? Lenny said, force the peas. We were selling heavy squares, man. Buying new Kellys every year. That's shit I get excited for, but
Ladies and gentlemen, the sun has now found its home in the western sky, and it is Saturday night in Tiger Stadium, home of the LSU Tigers, one of the great venues in college football. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Colorado Buffaloes, taking on another team from the SEC, the LSU Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. On the move from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. So the Colorado Buffaloes return man hardly helped out the offense with that one. And here comes the quarterback, and one thing you know for sure, with this team, as he goes, so goes the offense.
And he's a big-time talent, Reese. This guy can hurt you in a multitude of ways, throwing and running the football. He's going to have to be dialed in, though, because this defense is going to give him a lot of different looks. It's really important mentally this QB is on his game.
On the move, it's Garrison. Not much there. He gets 1 to the 11. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
On second down, he's looking downfield. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
There's a lot of different ways this offense can attack you throwing the ball. One of them is getting the running back going, and the screen is a great way to get him lathered up and get the defense starting to think about him a little bit more now.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. The give to the tailback. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line, because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you are.
The offense making a statement early in this game. They're going to open the entire playbook, and they're going to show this defense so many different looks and try to keep them on their heels. I love that play call. You could see the defense wasn't sure what was going on.
And the Buffaloes are moving quickly down the field. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Garrison. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. Handoff to the lone back. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's inside the 10. Running toward the tape. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down.
How many ways can I get it to my guys who can fly, who are playmakers, and let them make big plays? This is another one you've seen. Catch the football, flip it ahead really quickly, get it to a burner, go in full speed across the formation. He gets the edge, makes the big play.
The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime.
They're strong, and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. So loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. He caught it. And he wanted the score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2.
Man, and that's just making it way too easy on the defense. They're laughing at that short play. They're like, really? Okay, we'll just make an easy tackle and jog our punt return team out on the field. We're going to make it that easy for us.
The offense trying to find a way on 4th and goal from the 2. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. And the holder will spot it on the 14 for a 24-yard attempt. Field goal is good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
I'll tell you, this is not an easy place to play on the road, especially at nighttime. This crowd, they get loud. That's the way it's been so far, but they have a nice drive to open it up. They're able to execute. They put themselves in field goal range, knock it through the uprights. They did exactly what they needed to do, taking a 3-0 lead here early on the road. That's impressive.
He'll start the return inside his 5. The Buffaloes offense has its first opportunity of the day. A big challenge for both of these quarterbacks, Jesse, is dealing with a ball-hawking free safety on the other side.
Oh, you're right, Reese. QBs better be good with their eyes. Better not stare down wide receivers in this one, because if you float the ball down the middle of the field, that's getting picked.
And these guys are going to be right in the middle of the field, flying all over the field, and quarterbacks will make sure that they are locked in and not throwing the ball near those guys.
Comes out throwing on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Taylor. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. LSU quick to the line. To the air on first down. That's caught. It's Thomas. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. And the quarterback's by his lonesome on 2nd and inches. He's looking to throw. He's going for it all. Fires the pass. Intercepted. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
I'll tell you, you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players. Certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Little touch pass to the receiver. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. One more snap coming before halftime. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Looking deep. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, who's got a better seat there in Death Valley than you? A captivating game so far. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top.
And the Buffaloes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner is stopped. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is...
Just plowing down the field. 2 yards. 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 And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Use the play fake, now to throw. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Not a lot of productivity on that last play. They'll try it again on 2nd and long from the 23. Scanning the field, it's Nussmeier. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide, he sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass, you'll take that completion.
Ready to fire from the pistol. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Finds his man. It's Thomas. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're fine giving up completions right there. But we're not giving up the 1st down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up 4th down.
Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. It has been a complete uphill struggle for both of these offenses, Jesse.
It sure has. At this point, David, someone's just going to have to step up and make a play. Someone's got to break a tackle, make an incredible catch, and just give some life to this offense.
Hey, whatever you can, whatever it takes. Don't worry about looking pretty. That's out the window. We've already looked really, really ugly. We got to find something that works to put some points on the board.
After that last completion, it's 2nd down. Quick pass on the jet motion. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
A jet sweep pass. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Well, the upside is you could get a 1st down. The downside is you could blow the game going for it inside your own 30. Quick pass on the fly motion. Crosses to 40. Guys, Colorado has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. On first down, he'll just run the quarterback sneak. That doesn't seem very creative. This offense has done a good job on this drive, taking time off the clock as they come up on second down. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab. It's Welch. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Trying to pick up a first down. He'll go to the sneak. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They're trying to eat up some clock here. 9th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. He's got an open man. Whew, boy, this freshman quarterback has a host, and he's zinged that thing in there.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, no doubt. It's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drive.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Headed to the end zone. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Buffaloes!
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Charlotte is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in the Queen City for some time. They're up by 31 over Rice. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner goes down. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch them. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety.
A lot of things had to happen for this offense to get back in the game, but how about the defense? The defense said, no, sir. We're going to end this one right now. Makes the big play, gets the safety. Not only do they score points, they get the football back, and the clock is on this side. The defense just ended this football game.
The kickoff team lined up. They'll have to give it back after giving up that safety. On the return, it's Baker. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Final minute. This game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many.
He wants to go deep. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And that is no fun for that wide receiver, thinking you just ran all the way downfield for that. You're not out here trying to run gassers or get conditioning. You're trying to catch TDs. What's going on?
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. They're a perfect 2 for 2 on fourth down. They'll go for the hat trick. Timeout called by the offense. A mere 10 seconds to go in the game. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds his man, and they convert. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. After this, it'll be a wrap. Looking to move it through the air. A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Buffs! They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen here.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get the W.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.